Everybody, it's Tyler here at the Texas Cup, checking out team number 1296, Full Metal Jackets from Rockwall, Texas. And we're going to be checking out this super cool robot that we have here. I love the aesthetic design. A lot of neat things going on. And joining us to talk about it is going to be Austin and Cade. And this team, by the way, some great success. Got to the first round of Chairman's here in Texas as well, too. Concept Award as well in the Game Design Challenge. So looking forward to talking about all this and more coming up on Behind the Bumpers.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting fun so we can continue to make content for you. Stryker makes some of the most revolutionary medical equipment and is a big supporter of FIRST and its participants. If you are looking for an internship or career that supports you being in FIRST, check out careers.stryker.com to learn more. If your team or organization is hosting an off-season event, did you know you can stream it right here on First Updates Now for free? Events that stream on First Updates Now receive an additional 25 to 100% additional viewership because we help you promote your event on a large platform. If you're interested, reach out to us on any of our social platforms, on Discord, or send us an email at admin@firstupdatesnow.com. Let's get your off-season event streaming on First Updates Now. Hurry, dates are booking fast, and we take first come, first serve for all our events.
So Austin, we're going to be starting out on this robot going through the power cell journey. So take me through the different mechanisms you have here, and then if you made any changes from 2020 into 2021, let us know a little bit more about that too.
Okay, so for the first part of our robot, we have our intake. So we have the ball travel up through the intake, like so. Like so. And originally in 2020, we had just a single bar that would shoot it up into our intake. And now we have three bars guiding it up, and then we have this bar that keeps it from flying out when we're running the intake. And then that brings us to our loader, which has gone through several different design changes. And it's only held down by 2 bolts that keep it straight. And then we have our wheels and everything feeding it into our shooter. And then after that, our shooter is spinning up and we have an adjustable hood on it as well. And it will shoot it into the highest scoring zone. We'll shoot into the outer hexagon. And then it also goes into the center circle sometimes.
So let's break this down a little bit. I think the first thing I start with, you said you have an adjustable hood, but there's a couple zip ties on here. So what's the story? What's the strategic decision, the story behind this?
So we came to the competition and it was running, but then we figured out that we have a stripped gear. It's really bad. So we took it off and we decided that since we only use one hood position for the most part, we just zip tie it down into that hood position so we can continue shooting the whole game.
Yeah, fair enough on that. I want to ask you a question on your intake, by the way. So looking at it, I love how the bars are in here, because essentially you could probably just leave your intake down and you don't really need to worry about power cells falling out. So when you're driving in a match, do you bring up the intake or does it stay down the entire match? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we keep our intake down for most of the match, but if another robot comes near us, we need to bring it up so that it doesn't break, because it's just made of some polycarb, and then we have our long shaft and some belt and pulley.
But you can actually keep it down without like power cells coming out or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's really neat, because a lot of teams we talk to, there's a lot of different ways, like if they hit against the wall, that they might fly back out or something like that. So I like how you guys have that concept of doing that. Lastly, to go back to the shooter on here, so the flywheel here, this is a pretty beefy flywheel that you have. Do you know like how much this weighs or anything like that, and how long does it take for these motors to actually speed up the shooter?
It takes it about 1.5 seconds for it to speed up to the speed that we shoot. And I don't know how much it weighs, but I do know that we originally had a 4-inch flywheel.
Sure.
And we changed that because we needed to have more weight so it wouldn't lose power when...
And this is like a 6-inch?
Yes, this is a 6-inch flywheel. So, and we changed it because we were losing speed when we were shooting. So now he can shoot continuously.
Oh, that's awesome. So as we continue on this robot here, notice the climber on here. I love robots that have been built to what it looks like you might be able to adjust in the bar a little bit. So Cade, tell me a little bit more about this really cool climber, and then we'll talk about your control panel manipulator. And I know you guys got a Limelight as well too. We can touch on a little bit as well.
So basically the way the Limelight works is that, not the Limelight, the climber. The way the climber works is that we have pneumatics over here and this little chain which it will pull on, and it'll push this this bar up to the point where it will create like a triangle with this and the pulley, and then this will also like fly upwards as well. And then from there, we usually extend this pneumatic right here, which extends the hook, and we latch on with this hook right here.
Can we actually put the climber up in the air? Can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
So you come on here, and then the pneumatics pull back, and then you're able to, with this little Coulson wheel here, you're able to essentially traverse the switch, right?
Yes, so we can traverse the switch, and basically it helps us balance out the scale as well, and it also helps us if we have partner robots that need like help climbing from a low point. It helps them to also like be able to grab up all the way to the point that they can reach too.
Very cool.
And it helps us balance with them.
Yeah. So let's wrap up here. We'll talk a little about got a control panel manipulator and then your Limelight on your robot too.
Yeah. So basically, whenever we decide to come use the control panel, this part right, this green wheels thing right here, will basically shoot up, and we'll drive basically under the trench, and this will start spinning to the point like slowly, so then we are able to see which color we're on. And once we get to the color that we see fit and is ready for a match, then we stop.
So fair enough for that, and hopefully with some of the rule modifications, we might be able to see that get used a little bit more at this competition, so excited to see that. And then wraps up, where is the Limelight on your robot, by the way?
It'll be up on the front to the right of our climber right here.
And what do you guys use? Limelight can be used for many different applications, so what specifically do you use it for in your robot?
We mainly use it as like a camera and as like a targeting system as well.
Sure. And looking from adjusting over time, what have you done to actually adjust the Limelight? Like, I guess, like what software do you use or anything like that in order to make that happen?
So basically, there's like a setting on the Limelight where you can make everything else dark except for like what's reflected.
Sure.
And so we used that, and so we basically started changing the settings until we found what fit us really well.
Makes sense. Well, Full Metal Jackets, once again, 1296. Thanks a lot for taking the time to tell us about your robot and more about your team. Good luck here at Texas Cup and, of course, future competition as well. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us, guys.
Thank you for talking to us. Thank you.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting this video. Stryker is looking for current and future FIRST alumni to join their internship program, and FIRST mentors who are looking for a great career with a company who actually supports their FIRST journey. Go to careers.stryker.com to learn more. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button, and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow. And check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.